All right, what is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to my second upload. My name is Cody. I will be your host. I do not have a co host yet. Next week, I'm going to try and have my brother Josh on. Him and I will go on next Wednesday. We'll do some talking, debating some sport topics, stuff I like to do. But my Wednesday uploads will consist of me. I'm going to be telling you my predictions of each game that will be happening starting tomorrow and ending on Monday. So, and then I will go to my week two fantasy predictions, my must starts of the week, my situms of the week, and then yeah. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna get right into it. Thursday night football. We got the Baltimore Ravens and we got the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm Ravens looked real good. Joe Flacco looked real good. That offense and defense, they both looked really good against the Bills, and it was the Bills. You know, so that might take a little bit away because I honestly think they're gonna win 3 games this year. Their schedule's bad. All right, uh, they're not gonna be good. 28-17, I got the Ravens over the Bengals. Thursday night football. Ravens go 2-0. Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers. I think this is the 1 o'clock showdown for the week. All right, this is gonna be a good one. Now, I'm actually taking the Vikings. I'm going to take them 24-21. It's going to be a close one all game. I think the Vikings defense, in the end, you know, Aaron Rodgers is bum knee. Vikings defense is nasty. You know, I really just don't see how, the Packers are going to overcome that. They got a good offense, and they played Chicago, last week. And, Mitch Trubisky, what he did to them, and they don't really have a lot of people. So I think the Vikings, which are a much more developed team, Kirk Cousins, quarterback, he's a very solid guy. He's got weapons. He's got Diggs. He's got Thielen, Rudolph, Treadwell. He's shaky. Not a huge fan of Treadwell. I think if he could just catch the ball a few times, he'd be much better. But he can't, and it is what it is. I still have 24-21 Vikings over the Packers, and that ends Green Bay's 1-0 run. They will be 1-1. Next game, Colts Redskins. Andrew Luck, sorry, bud. You're taking an L on this one. Redskins 24, you guys 17. Adrian Peterson was looking real nice. Last week got into the end zone. I think he might have found a little destination for himself for a year. Him in Washington with the Redskins, not too bad. Alex Smith behind the helm. Jordan Reed, a great tight end right there. Jamison Crowder is all right. I see him winning this week. They got Josh Doxson. Sorry, buddy. Andrew Luck, that's an L for you. Next game I got Tampa Bay, Philadelphia Eagles. Now this one might surprise a lot of you guys. I really do think Tampa Bay is gonna beat Philly. Now, now you might be saying, hey Cody, you're stupid. Hey Cody, why would you think that the Eagles just won the Super Bowl? They just beat the Falcons last week. Well, if you didn't just see, all right, last week Ryan Fitzpatrick, uh, they just scored 48 points. All right, they just put 48 points up. All right, they did that to the New Orleans Saints. Now, if I'm not wrong, the Saints made it to the divisional round last year. Am I wrong? No, they made it farther than that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. No, they made it. Yeah, divisional round. They lost Minnesota Miracle. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, yeah. Um, dude, that's crazy. But they lost. Anyways, Tampa Bay, they're gonna win. All right, 21-10 over Philly. 100%. That's my lock. Not my luck. It's gonna be a good one though. Next game, Chargers, Bills. Bills, oof, buddy, I'm sorry. That's another L for you. You're going 0-2. You're gonna finish the year 13-3. This is my absolute lock of the week. Chargers 14, Bills 6. I think Josh Allen, he's gonna start. I think they're still gonna struggle on offense. You know, his arm, it's not all there. I mean, it's all there. The accuracy's not all there. I don't see him. You know, the Chargers gonna be a good team. I think they're looking for redemption after last week losing to KC like that. You know, Rivers is gonna have a nice field day. 14-6 Chargers. Next, I got the Panthers and the Falcons. Now this one, it took me a little while, so yeah, I can go either way. But 2017, I got Panthers over the Falcons. You know, the Falcons have been struggling a lot in the red zone. You know, and it's gonna be, you know, if it's not like a bum team, I'm gonna stay away from them a lot this year. Just, you know, they got Julio and he's nasty, but what have they done in the red zone lately? You know, that Steve Sarkisian guy they got from Alabama, they let Kyle Shanahan go. They brought in this guy. Now he's their new offensive coordinator. But him and, you know, ever since he came, you know, he hasn't been good. They have not been able to execute in the red zone like they have in the past. You know, when they went to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, you know, that was a Super Bowl. That was an amazing game. Both offenses were clicking. They messed up. They should have kept running the ball, but they wanted to air it out and be dumb. You know, that was ultimately what caused their defeat. And you know, shit happens, but it is what it is. All right. They're not going to be able to get into the end zone a lot. I mean, 2 touchdowns seems all right. You know, probably Tevin Coleman will get in for one. I like him a lot. You know, he's good. Him and Freeman are good. I don't know if he's back yet or not, but I still like Coleman in this game. Um, However, Panthers are going to pull it out on top, 2017. Now next we got my Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. They don't want to go 0-1-1. I know that, but it's going to be a close game. I think Pat Mahomes is a really good guy. You know, he's real good with that arm. Him and Tyreek Hill, his speed is amazing. But you know, I really do think Steelers are going to come out on top. This one's also going to be a real close one, like the previous game. It's going to be 30-27. I think Steelers pull it out on top. You know, Boswell's not going to miss a 42-yard field goal and lose the game. Boswell, come on, buddy. Yeah, 30-27, Pittsburgh. Yep, they're going to take that one 100%. Next, Texans and Titans. Now, this one, I was actually, last night, I was thinking a lot about this one. You know, Texans just they don't have it this year, you know, and I could see him having a top 10 draft pick because you know Deshaun Watson he's coming back from his torn ACL and he didn't have it against the Pats. He really didn't. He didn't look like himself. He wasn't as mobile as he usually is, and their defense just took massive hits. And I'm actually gonna come back to this game in a little bit when I talk about my fantasy, my stardom and situms. But I got the Titans over the Texans, 14-10. Not a high scoring game, but you know, good enough, right? Next, we got the Jets and the Dolphins. Dude, the Jets on Monday Night Football absolutely embarrassed the Lions. That was an absolutely pathetic showing, right? Pathetic showing by the Lions. Matt Patricia, what are you doing? You ran your guys into the ground during training camp, OTAs, all that. You know, you want to like come in here, you want to present yourself like you're some sort of big tough guy. You know, your beard, your pencil in your ear, and look where that got you. All right, you just lost to Darnold, Sam Darnold's first ever start. They put up over 40 on you. And what do you guys do? Stafford, dude, you took Stafford out of the game. All right, what's going on? I hope you guys get better, and you guys are a couple games ahead. For my prediction in a few games, I'm gonna get to you guys. But I think the Jets might be legit with Darnold, and that defense looked real good. You know, the Dolphins, I'm just not betting on them. I think they're that last week they got delayed for hours. I just think that is a toll, and you know some people will be like, oh, they had a week to rest. Not like that. You know, it's different. 30-20 Jets over the Dolphins. Darnold 2 touchdowns. That's my guy. Next game, Saints Browns. Browns, you're gonna go back to being the Browns right here, okay? You're gonna get 14. You're gonna score 14 points, all right? Maybe get Jarvis Landry in there for one. You know, Carlos Hyde, Duke Johnson, something like that. Saints gonna put up 28. All right, I got 28-14 Saints over Browns. Drew Brees, you know, That's still a high-powered offense. Mike Thomas, he's nasty. Alvin Kamara, he's disgusting. Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. All right. 28-14. I'm taking the Saints. Here we go. So now we got the 49ers, all right, and we got the Detroit Lions. Now, as I was just saying a few minutes ago, the Detroit Lions absolutely sucked, all right? They blew big. I'm not going to go there. They suck, all right? Matt Patricia, I hope you get your team together. I don't even think you're going to get into the end zone. I think you're going to struggle in the red zone this week. You know, the 49ers, I think they're also going to struggle a little bit. You know, I my odds scoring game of the week 12-9. I got the 49ers over the Lions, all right? Next. Now we got the Rams and the Cardinals. Sam Bradford, you know, he didn't really look good at all last week. He didn't even throw a touchdown. I think they scored 6 points last week, and you can't do that, you know. Not good. And the Rams, you know, that game against Oakland, you know, like the last game on Monday Night Football last week, the thing they do every week one, they have 2 Monday Night Football games, and it was Oakland and the Rams, and Oakland started off promising in that one. Gotta get to that one right now, actually, real quick. Oakland in that game, they started that game off, and Marshawn Lynch, I saw Marshawn Lynch with that touchdown when he like drove like 10 guys into the end zone. He got that push from his offensive line, and I was like, oh my goodness, they didn't run the ball at the goal line against the Patriots with him. What? How do you not do that? Anyways, that was a great game. The Rams blew him out in the end. Derek Carr didn't look good. John Gruden's team, you know, he's got to. Hopefully he gets them back together, else he's got to be back in the booth next year. Rams, I got them 33-7 over the Cardinals. High scoring game for them. Next, we got the New England Patriots in Jacksonville. Now, a lot of people are going to not like what I'm about to say, especially because a lot of people that listen to this are probably Patriot fans. Jaguars 21, Patriots 17. I think the Jags defense is going to give the Patriots a tough time. They just played the Texans, who also have a pretty good defense, but they didn't. The Texans weren't themselves. All right, Jacksonville was themselves last week. I mean, Blake Bortles, if you can get somewhat productive a productive performance out of Blake Bortles, then you're good. Jacksonville's an amazing team because that defense is amazing. If Blake Bortles can be efficient, if Blake Bortles can make the right throws at the right times, make the right reads, your defense will carry you very far. Jalen Ramsey, probably the best quarterback in the game, if not top two. All right, no doubt. AJ Boye opposed to him, very very good. Their D line, Calais Campbell, oh my goodness. Mike Jackson, that defense is amazing. Telvin Smith, I mean, you're telling me that they're not good? I think they're gonna give Brady like they did in the AFC Championship last year. I think they're gonna give Brady some trouble, and I think it's gonna get to him. 21-17 Jags over the Pats. All right. Now the last game before Sunday Night Football, the Oakland Raiders, Denver Broncos. Case Keenum last week, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. You know, welcome to Denver. You were all right. I think Oakland. This is a revenge game for Oakland. I think they're gonna be upset that they just lost in embarrassing fashion to the Rams. You know, and I think the Raiders. They're gonna come out. I think Derek Carr and John Gruden. They're gonna get like on the same page. I think the plays are gonna start calling are gonna be a lot better. You know, Broncos. Case Keenum. I think you're gonna be all right. You know, maybe throw a couple touchdowns, a field goal. That'll get you to 17. But I think the Raiders, you know, I think Amari. I think this might be the game Amari Cooper really kind of shines in. You know, I could see him getting a touchdown. You know, 150 yards receiving. They also got Jordy Nelson. I love Jordy Nelson. He's a magnet with that ball. His hands are amazing. All right, good player. Their defense is gonna be a little better. I think Lynch is gonna get in the end zone for one. All right, 27-17. I got the Raiders over the Denver Football Broncos. Now Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. The New York Football Giants. All right, and now they will be playing the Dallas Cowboys, which are, you know, I'm sorry to say to some people, they're a joke. All right, right now, the Dallas Cowboys are a joke of a team. They are an absolute joke. Their defense, bad. Their defense is bad. All right, and I'm sorry. Dak Prescott, What has he been doing lately? All right, Dak Prescott has not been the quarterback that you want to see. And I mean, granted, all right, his weapons aren't that good. He lost Witten over the offseason, which was another magnet to that ball. Witten was always there. He's all reliable. He's that car that always started in the morning when you had to get to work on time. But you don't got it now. Allen Hurns, Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, they need better. But I mean, Dak, you got to do better at what you got. All right, make your reads. And and the thing that really gets me upset last week, Ezekiel Elliott had 69 rushing yards, and I'm not trying to be funny. That's bad. Zeke, that's a top three. I think that's a top three back in the league. All right, right now I'm taking Le'Veon Bell right currently out of the conversation with his current situation, and he's not with the team. So for purposes, just be clear, he's not right now in that debate. Uh, Zeke is. Zeke's playing. And I'm sorry, Zeke. I don't care what your O line looks like. You got to do better. All right. I got the Giants scoring 42 on them. I think Odell's gonna have a field day with Dallas. All right. Absolute field day. It's like no one will be there. 42-28. Giants over the Cowboys. And then Monday Night Football on ESPN. We get the Chicago Bears and Mitch Trubisky going up against Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks. Whoa. They have not their defense. Whew, terrible, man. Russell Wilson and Brandon Marshall. They got a little connection, which I kind of like, and he might be a good fantasy. Brandon Marshall might be that WR2 flex if you need him. But I got the Bears over them. I think that defense is really gonna start clicking again, like they were in the first half last week against the Packers. It's going to be 23-21. It's going to be a close game. A few close games this week, but this is going to be a real good one. I think Trubisky, in the end, is going to get the upper hand over Wilson. Khalil Mack's going to have a monster game. Leonard Floyd, monster game. These guys, this is a prime game for them. All right? And I think Trubisky's going to have a field day, too. But I think the Seahawks will keep it close for a little while. Those are my predictions for the scores of the week 2 games. Now on Monday I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get my record. All right, so we'll see how many games I get right. See how good I am. And yeah, so now I'm gonna transition over a little bit. This is brought to you by nobody right now. If anyone wants to sponsor me, please hit me up. You can tweet me on Twitter. My Twitter is Cody_Scarfo, SCARFO. Please give me a follow. And I'll be tweeting out about sports, and I'll be tweeting about the football games, and I tweet about the Red Sox usually, Bruins. I'm a huge Bruins guy, but just basketball, hockey, baseball in general, as well as football. Anyways, transitioning over to my fantasy football brain. Here are my must starts of the week. All right, now this one, quarterback Tyrod Taylor. All right. They're going against the Saints, and the reason. So here's my reasoning. Okay, they got good targets. All right, they got Jarvis Landry, Josh Gordon. What's his name? David Njoku. All right, he's a freak of nature. Um, my reasoning really is they just let Fitzpatrick score 48 points on them. New Orleans Saints. I mean, if Fitzpatrick can do that with Deshaun Jackson and Mike Evans, why can't Tyrod Taylor do that with Jarvis Landry, Josh Gordon, Njoku? Yeah. So must start this week, Tyrod Taylor. I mean, and if he doesn't do good, then he doesn't do good. I can see him having a good game. Second start of the week, boom, James Conner, Pittsburgh Steelers against the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, James Conner had a really good game last week, and I really enjoyed watching it. That Browns defense, it's not the greatest defense, but whether push comes to shove, James Conner had a good game. All right, because last week, all right, Kansas City, they allowed 123 rushing yards. It's kind of a lot. James Conner, he's good back. He's strong. He's got some strong legs. I can see him get into the end zone. All right. So yep, running back James Conner, he is a start of the week. Other running back to start of the week now, and I want to make my starters. I don't want to make my starters like, start Tom Brady, start Aaron Rodgers, which that's questionable right there. But I don't want to make them like obvious stuff like, oh, start Todd Gurley this week. These are I want to make mine a little more like some things that people might not think of. My next one, running back Adrian Peterson. All right, Washington against the Colts. He's on the Washington Redskins now. So last week, I mean, the Colts allowed 100 yards rushing last week and a touchdown to the running backs last week. And AP was looking good week one. He should keep it going against the Colts. That defense, it's okay. It's not the greatest. Um, yeah, I see AP as a start this week. If I have him in fantasy, if I were you, I would definitely plug him into that starting lineup. Maybe alongside James Conner. I don't know how lucky you got on the draft, but yeah. And my last start of the week, this will be a wide receiver, and this guy, he had some ups and downs last year. Last year was his rookie year. Corey Davis of the Tennessee Titans. They're going up against the Houston Texans. I told you I'd get back to this. And this is one of the reasons why I think the Titans are definitely going to win. The Texans just lost cornerbacks Kayvon Webster and Kevin Johnson, both very good, and I'm pretty sure they were their starting cornerbacks. They don't even have AJ Boye because they lost him 2 years ago to Jacksonville. Now they lost Kayvon Webster, Kevin Johnson, um, which means Corey Davis is going to have to go up against a younger guy who's less experienced or not as good. That's why he's not starting. And the other reason is there's no Delanie Walker. All right, no Delanie Walker equals more Davis looks for Mariota. Mariota's obviously going to look more at Davis when he doesn't have one of his most reliable tight ends on the field. Because Corey Davis is a good receiver. I love Corey Davis in fantasy. I think he has potential. He was drafted real high last year, and he was okay. He battled a couple injuries, but he had that really nice touchdown against Malcolm Butler in the AFC divisional game. Yeah, and it was beautiful. I think that was a flash of what he can be in this league. And if him and Mariota really start to click and get on the same page, the Titans are going to be a good team. That defense is becoming good. Right? They're young. Dory Jackson, I mean, I know he just got injured, and I don't know what his status is for this week, but Corey Davis, I'd start him. All right. And now, my sit-ems of the week. I'm just going to drink a sip of water real quick before I get into this one. All right. So, this is my surprise sit of the week, and I don't know what you guys are going to think. I know Stephen A. Smith, from ESPN, First Take with Kellerman. He would be like, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. Not this week, not this week, Stephen A. Smith. Sit him against the Vikings, all right? Vikings gave Jimmy Garoppolo, which was undefeated going into this year. They gave him his first loss. They gave him a lot of trouble, really. They gave him a lot of design defenses that he wasn't used to and he probably wasn't ready for. Sorry about the train. Yeah, he just wasn't ready for it. All right, their defense can get after you real good. You know, they're probably top three defense in the league, and I think that's a fact. I don't really think it's debatable. You know, also, I didn't no, what was it last week? Aaron Rodgers, hurt his knee. A lot of people thought he was out for a long time. He came back, and granted, his thing is he gets the ball, he gets rid of it fast. Not this week. I think he's not going to be mobile. That defensive line's going to get after him. Don't start Aaron Rodgers this week if you're on fantasy. Whoever your backup is, if he's got a good matchup, start him. If Tyrod Taylor's on that waiver wire, I'd pick him up. Start him this week. It's my start of the week. Another sit him for me. Joe Mixon, running back. He's on the Bengals, and they are playing the Ravens this week. Now the Ravens, they only allowed 83 yards on 22 carries. Now I'm gonna do some quick math right here because I am not prepared. But if I'm not, let's see, ready? 83 carries on 22. It's 3.7 yards a carry. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, it's definitely worse. But that's not that good, And let's look at Sean McCoy. He's a good back. Granted, he's like 30, but he can still move. They only gave him 83 yards. All right. My last, no, I got one more set, and then one more funny one. David Johnson against the Rams. I'd set him. All right. Now I know it's tough. Like it's David Johnson, like he's nasty. He's one of the best running backs in the league. Not this week. Going against the Rams, Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Donald. No, thank you. You know, Sam Bradford sucked last week. All right. So I mean, they got no passing game. I mean, yeah, they'll throw the ball to Fitz a few times, Larry Fitzgerald, but they got nothing like they did. Last year they were a lot better. You know, what was it, Carson Palmer last year? Yeah, he's good, good guy, good quarterback. So they're gonna be preparing for the run. The Rams are gonna be bum rushing the run game all game long. You know, they're gonna focus on the run game and defend it. Sorry, I wouldn't start David Johnson this week. Take a chance if you want. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. My last sit 'em. Anyone on the Bills, all right? The Bills suck, all right? And I'm being a little loud because I gotta emphasize it. They suck. They're starting Josh Allen this week. Good luck, bud. Good luck. All right. Hey, good luck to you. Really. I mean, who you playing this week? Bills. Gotta go back to them a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. They're playing the Chargers this week. Yeah. No, I just don't see it for him. Don't see Josh Allen having a good game. Don't see LaShawn McCoy having a good game. No one. Stay away from everybody on the Bills. All right. All right, folks. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to be nice to me, you can drop a like down below. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Uh, I will upload every Monday and Wednesday. And yeah, so thank you guys for listening, and I will see you on Monday. Have a good one.